The race by Grins, $1 million race over here in New Zealand, and catching up with an Aussie. Greg Sugars, firstly, welcome back, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Paulie.
Big race, big build-up. It's really starting to hot up. I know you've been in town all day doing more media. I believe there's been media last 3 and 4 days for it. How are you enjoying the build-up to the race?
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. Obviously, the lead up to any of these feature races that you're lucky enough to be a part of, it's always exciting. But yeah, the media coverage here is really behind the race by Grins. So, no, the Cambridge Club have done a massive job from what I've seen so far to get this race one off the ground. But really welcome everyone that's involved, and yeah, no, we're really looking forward to getting out there and competing on Friday night.
$1 million harness races, it's exciting. There was a bit of talk last year that was disappointing. They only had 900,000. Only took them 1 year. And it's so super exciting for Victorians especially. We're a little bit jealous and envious of what they've been able to achieve over here in the space of 2 years.
Absolutely, and just hearing the way they raise that extra fund by having a sweep there, which people put in tickets to draw a horse, and yeah, that was an exciting thing to add to the barrier draw part of it. Every horse also got a sweep drawn, and a connection has a chance of picking up some great money there. So it was just another great initiative by the club just to help boost that prize money.
10 people are going to be riding on horses, and Nikes, do you know the people that got managed to get those sweeps? They get your two boys. Do you know either of those? They haven't reached out to you?
No, I don't. But funnily enough, they're actually clients of Stonewall Stud that we're staying at. So so I think both our boys and are connected to Stonewall Stud. So that was just an amazing coincidence, really.
We are here at Stonewall Stud, and I imagine you'd want to thank them for their hospitality. Brilliant place.
Oh, absolutely. No, they've been incredibly welcoming for us. Anything that we've needed even before we arrived, that they made sure was here ready to go, and yeah, they've just welcomed us with open arms. So I can't thank Stocky and Jill and Steve enough. They've just done a super job looking after us, and the staff here, they're fantastic as well, and as you say, the facilities is just top notch. So we couldn't be happier with where we are.
Sun is shining, you got the shorts on, but it will rain again at some stage. But beautiful shed they've got there. Right, the boys, how they travelled and how they settled in. They're both a little bit old hat, I suppose, at the travel, which is good for you. Yeah,
they are. They're pretty good at settling into new environments, and yeah, from my point of view, I can't see a negative, really. They've travelled off amazingly well. They were very bright from the moment they got off the truck. Had a couple of good hit-outs here, and have worked super, feeling great, eating, drinking. They're doing all the things you want to see, when you see in general, but especially when you travel away from home, out of their comfort zone. You wouldn't know that they haven't been there all their life. Well, Triple Eight spent a lot of time here, so I suppose, he feels like he's back at home in some respects. But Better Eclipse, he's the same. He's been a very professional horseman. We've travelled interstate with him before, and so far this is no exception.
The horses get better. Do you get better at it and learn? I know I did a conversation with you about how you work your horses, and I remember you saying when you went to Queensland you weren't sure how it was going to work there, and you think it actually may have been a little bit better. Do you find yourself training and a little bit more comfort in knowing what you guys put in place at Larajay Farms will work no matter where you go?
Yeah, I think so. We've always approached it that whenever you are travelling with a horse, especially for a specific race, that you basically, before you load them up on the truck or the plane or whatever it is to travel to where you're going, you pretty much want to have them ready to go as is. So yeah, once you get to your destination, we approach it as just a matter of keeping the horse happy, healthy, and ticking along nicely. So now that we've done quite a few trips now, I think trusting our instincts as to what we're seeing the horses are coping with it, how they're coping with any given situation. That's probably the main thing, and just realise that yes, you are away from home, so things aren't going to be exactly as they would be if you were still in your comfort zone. So basically, just trusting your knowledge of the horse and working out accordingly if you need to make any changes on the fly. And yeah, so far it's worked out pretty well for us.
I was having a right little grin then. I was thinking about an occasion. I used to do your dad's horse's teeth, and I forget the name of the area where he was, but I remember this one day that you drove in and you were grabbing something, and I said to you, "Oh, you're building stables." No, there'll be no horses getting trained at Mooneyong. You actually pinch yourself, like that wasn't that long ago. Do you pinch yourself where you started, I suppose, and you're that adamant that day that there was going to be no training establishment at Mooneyong, to where you guys have got to now?
It's quite amazing, really. Yes, we do. And sometimes, we find the social media side of things, like Facebook's been fantastic for your Facebook memories. That when photos flash back, from years gone by, and you look at stuff that in the moment, if someone asked you when something happened, it seems like a long time ago, and geez, that was only 2 or 3 years ago, and look what we had, and that's not there now, and it's replaced by something else. And you're spot on. That was certainly not our intention. We bought the farm just to have a nice farm lifestyle and have some broodmares there and raise some young stock, and that was its initial intention. And then, somewhere along the way, I convinced Jess, I think we need to put in a track and start jogging up a few horses. And that went from having 5 to 10 to, having, 35 to 40 in work. And now we're travelling the world. So, absolutely, definitely look back on it and think, wow, a lot's happened in a very short period of time. So, it's been hard. It certainly hasn't been easy, but I don't think it'd be right if we complained about what we've been able to do over the last probably 2 or 3 years in particular. We consider ourselves quite lucky to be able to do what we're doing.
I think if more people took the approach of you guys, I think the industry would be in a lot better place, because you guys are very positive. And there's so much negativity around our industry. We can't do this and we can't do that and we can't. What you guys have been able to achieve, I'm sorry, but we can as an industry if we pull our socks up and do it. So I think well done to you guys. The team back there, and we're going to touch on the next phase, if you like, in a sec, of Larajay Farm with the overseas travel. But the team of people you got behind you, Bailey McDonough, he won on AJ's White Sox. He drove a winner the very next day at Warrigal. Amy's come back. You've got your daughter Kylie's there. Sister, sorry, Jess. I'm sorry, Kylie. Mum's there, Kerry, running this place. Dad's there, so passionate about you, and will comment on it. It is a massive team effort. There's probably people I forgot that come in and around as well, but you can be over here looking after 2 horses, enjoying the sunshine, and nothing, you don't miss a beat with the farm back there. So, that's the next stage of where Larajay's got to, which is so impressive, mate. Yeah,
absolutely. Early days obviously just started out very small, and as it's grown, obviously we've had to employ more people, and we're lucky, we're like any stable, not everyone lasts forever, and sort of chop and change a bit. But the team we've got there at the moment, all those people you mentioned, and young Jaden Barker, he started. He's only been with us probably a couple of months now, and just fitted right in. So, really good team of people, and obviously Jess and I, wouldn't be able to do what we're doing at the moment and what we're looking to do in the future without some quality people behind the scenes to keep the show running. And like you said, Bailey's probably the main one who's sort of stepped up or had to step up to take over a fair bit of the driving, especially over the last week or so. And he's doing a super job without me. And even it's really pleasing that a few other stables that I drive for have been happy enough to give him a go while I'm away, and he's making the most of those opportunities at the moment. So we're quite happy as a stable to sort of push some drives along their way, and for anyone that works for us, that's Jaden and Kylie included, and to give them the opportunities, when I'm not there to do them myself, and hopefully they kick a few goals along the way as well.
Right, back here in New Zealand, you've got the Taylor Mile next week, and then the Messenger for the boys, all going well. They're the 3 main targets, and then there is the Auckland Cup, I think another 2 weeks after that, I think, which is weanling sale time.
Yep, that's right. So, certainly, and obviously all has to go well this weekend. But, certainly our main intention was always to try and run these first 3 races, and then basically sum up the situation from there, whether we think it's worthwhile staying on a few extra weeks and having a crack at the Auckland Cup. Probably more likely at this stage for Triple Eight to go round in that. He's although he hasn't done it for quite some time, obviously being in Australia, he's quite a comfortable stand-start horse previously, and Better Eclipse, he only just qualified on the Monday before we made the trip over here, just in case all goes well with him and we want to give him a crack at it. But I think it's very hard personally for an inexperienced horse to jump straight into a stand-start racing, especially here in New Zealand when they're so professional at it, and it won't just be a quiet walk up and stroll away. You have to be pretty sharp and on your game, and you can't afford to miss the kick in a race like that. So he's probably 50-50 at best to hang around for the Auckland Cup, but certainly Triple Eight, if all goes well with him, he's a big chance that he'll stay on for that.
Well, we're here plugging the Kiwis, and we're going to get to the overseas in a sec, I promise. But the New Zealand Cup, would that ever be on the radar for better Eclipse and maybe Triple Eight? Is that ever something that's entertained your mind with those horses, or is it something that, another itch maybe to scratch for Larajay?
Yeah, possibly. Not sure. Like, it is hard. Like I said, especially for a horse like Better Eclipse that's not experienced for the stand start, to come here and on such a high pressure day, you'd have to be very, very confident in your horse's ability to step away from the stand. So I think you'd have to put a lot of practice into them at home and definitely make sure the horse is ready to go, and whether that just be going to the trials week in, week out at home, because obviously we don't have stand start racing for paces, that's potentially something we could look at. But also the other thing, the timing makes it a little bit hard. We've got so many feature races at that time of year, and we were travelling last year around that time, so and this year's the same. I think the Queensland into the Minion in December, it just makes it a little bit tough for us if when we come across here and then head back up there. But certainly it is something that we would love to be able to do if the timing worked out and we thought we had the right horse to do it. We'd love to race more horses here in New Zealand, because even though we haven't gone around yet, we're having a great time.
Exactly. Hopefully you get a winner. Hopefully I don't mod you and go from there. The New South Wales Oaks is also on, and there's a few other races coming up there. Then I said before about the weanling sales. Same weekend as the weanling sales, there's this race over in Europe called the Elite Lot. I woke up the other morning on social media and Jess had shared it, and it said, I was watching it, and it says Just Believe, and I thought, oh, how cute's that? They're using Just Believe to promote the Elite Lot. Wow, what a great honour for Larajay Farm and all the hard work, the owners and everyone involved to be invited to the Elite Lot, mate. That's just an enormous effort.
Absolutely. I don't think you could even say it's something we would even dream of, in our part of the world, because, the chances of that happening are just so slim. I mean, I think he might be the sixth Southern Hemisphere horse to go, and only the third Aussie to be invited. So, it's something that's obviously extremely rare to come across, but it's a race we all know, and it's such an iconic event, and we've watched it for years and years and thought, wow, I'd just like to go to that just to be a spectator. And to think that now we're actually on the verge of being a participant in probably the most iconic trotting race in the world, it's pretty hard to get your head around, really. We're extremely excited about it, and certainly quite as exciting as it is, it's quite daunting as well. That it's not going to be an easy trip to do. Logistically, it's pretty tough on people to go that far and get off the other end healthy. And to ask a horse to do it, it's not an easy feat, but it's a challenge. And at Larajay Farm, we love challenges. So really looking forward to it.
60 hours, I think I heard, to get there. Not round trip either. 60 hours just to get there, and you've got people that are mapping that out for you, which I think is exciting. I think it's an amazing achievement. Full stop. Just being invited, and you hear about horses, over the journey and these champion horses, but horses like Pride of Petites and those that have been over there. I think did she make the final? She's the only one to actually make the final. Yeah,
she's the only one to make the final. No one else has even come close, I don't believe. So I don't think she did very well in the final, from what I've been told, but to make it that's phenomenal. That would be a dream come true for us. Now that we're at this stage, if we were able to make the final, that would be a success in itself. So obviously we know we're well and truly up against it, but like you say, it's the experience of a lifetime. So it will be great.
Been to Europe?
No. Oh, well, sorry, yes, I did. Sorry. I went, I'm not sure how many, maybe five or so years ago, I went to France with Pat Driscoll. He took me there, and went to the yearling sales with him, and incredible experience. So, that's the only time I've been there.
I'm sure he's super excited, because Just Believe being bred by him, and this is what he wants. Duncan and McPherson, the same thing. They want these horses to be recognised and be able to achieve something. I just think it's brilliant for you guys. I think it's brilliant for our industry. Like I said, I'm going to say 7 years ago you said no, won't be training horses there. Now all of a sudden, you're putting a horse on a flight, and you're travelling not halfway around the world. It's over halfway around, especially from where we are here. Might be quicker to go that way instead of that way. I don't know. But I mean, it's just an amazing effort of from sports people, and we celebrated in harness racing. I hope the thoroughbred people get on board and realise exactly what is going on here. The fact you've got 2 horses here at the minute, you're going to go back to New South Wales, you're then going to go to Sweden, you're going to come back. Do you have a horse in the Eureka? Have you got one slot being picked yet? Are you putting your hand up for one?
No, I don't think we've got anything suitable for that, unfortunately. But certainly if we did come across one in the very near future, we'd love to have a go at that. It's an incredible concept, and fantastic prize money. Obviously, that is very new to harness racing in this part of the world. So. Like you said, it wasn't that long ago. We went from training no horses to doing what we're doing. It's just quite incredible.
No, I think it is, mate. I think it's an enormous achievement, and it won't be the last time I'll be interviewing you. We are actually here to promote the Grins, but I'm sure the people in New Zealand will be cheering you on. Everyone will be getting up, watching you and cheering you guys on. I think it's an amazing effort. Larajay Farms, we've got to increase harness racing, full stop. You guys are aware of it. Anytime I put a microphone in front of you, you're not a worry there in the world. Jess was flat out the other day. Still takes 5 minutes out of her time to do it, so I appreciate everything you guys do. But we need to promote it, and the way you guys are going about it, you're promoting Australia to New Zealand. Now he's going to go to Sweden as well. So I think well done for everything you're doing, mate. You guys are doing a mighty job.
Thanks a lot, Paulie. We'll keep trying our best.
Absolutely, mate. And you enjoy the sunshine and the days off work. And I did say to you at the start, do you enjoy being at home? You're not going to be at home for Christmas. You might have to remember Christmas. You might get the cake. So everyone comments about all the cakes, and I saw it was the farrier's birthday the other day. So happy birthday to him as well. But you might have to have a cake over in Sweden. You never know. That might be next time you get a cake anywhere. Yeah,
exactly right. No, they're certainly the birthday cakes. They're one of the things we pride ourselves on at Larajay Farm. So we just need to have more people around to call in for more birthdays.
I'll get there. August the 2nd. Don't worry, you might not be there. Who'd know? All right, mate. Thank you very much. Good luck in the Grins. Hopefully I'm interviewing you afterwards, but thank you very much. Well done to Larajay Farm. Just keep promoting harness racing, mate. Thank you very much.
Good on you, mate.